In this video, we're going to set the Documents tab settings so that only physicians' documents show up. That's very helpful for finding old records. Click on Documents, then go to the Actions button up in the right upper corner. Click that. This box, Document Search Filter Settings, will show up. Select the button by Expand all selected document type tabs. The check box should have a check in it by Minimize all filter tabs on Search Filter screen. Include all visits should have a mark by it, and then down below, by date, anytime should have a mark by it. There are two drop-down lists, and we're going to set these two drop-down lists to have these check marks, or these check boxes checked here. The first one, you can clear it by selecting all and then unselecting it, and then we'll go down to Notes, check that box, and then towards the bottom transcription, check that box. Then come out, bring the cursor outside the box, that will close it, and then click the second drop down box. You can clear that by selecting all and then unselecting, and then go down and select each of these types that I've listed here. Admission note is the first one, then we can go down to clinic provider note. That's what the clinic providers use. And then down to discharge summary. And we'll get discharge note for good measure. And then down to ED doctor note and ER note. I'm just going to check because I'm not sure that any physician might not have used that. We've got way too many document types, and I don't think there's uniformity in terms of which doctors is using which. Click history and physical note, then down to hospital progress note, and then MD brief interim note, physician progress note, then progress note, then SNF history and physical, and SNF progress note. And then come out of that box, save. You can refresh by hitting the button with the two arrows going in the circle up there, and then you should have a list of physician notes and provider notes, which is very helpful for looking through past medical history. To get to it, then from this screen, all you need to do is click on Documents, and you're right back there with the physician notes all lined up here. Now there's one more thing to do, and that is that you have to go back to the main screen. I just did that for the hospital side. You have to do exactly the same thing for the emergency department side because the two settings are stored separately. But once you do that, that should be good for there on out. And one other thing is that if you want to see nursing notes for the visit of that day that you're on, you can go to Available Visits, and by checking the All box and then unchecking it, then you can, that'll clear all the check boxes. Then you can select the day that you want, today presumably, and then that will bring up, if there were any, that would bring up the nursing notes for that day and the doctor visit for that day. This is a test patient here, test Alex, so there are no nursing notes on this visit. But I hope that's helpful. I find it very helpful. It speeds up my looking up past medical history very much. Thanks a lot.